Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
All right, you guys, so our favorite Chinese place was closed, which is China Jade in Epping, so we checked out Lucky Fortune, also in Epping, New Hampshire. I got all this food for $52, which in my opinion, where I live, which is obviously New Hampshire, is a great steal. Here's the chicken tenders. But I wasn't super impressed with the food, neither was my husband. They give you great portions, and let's start off strong, first of all. Well, first I'm showing you the fortune cookies and the sauce. But I want to start off strong. So their orange chicken was so good, I would go back just for that. It was so good. That's just the rice, you know, complimentary rice. But it's like perfect crispiness, perfect flavor. The broccoli, no, it was very undercooked. But it was so good, the orange chicken. I would absolutely have that again. Everything else I wasn't super happy with. Like, oh, one thing, I love that they're chicken fingers. Oh my God. And yes, I did just eat my cat. She went into a laundry basket full of laundry. It's fine. I don't like when cats are near food. I fucking can't stand it. Some of my family doesn't mind, and I can't fucking stand it. All right. But anyways, I was not, oh, I like how the chicken fingers are like, some of them are fat little nubs. I fucking love it. But I wasn't a huge fan of the lo mein, the steak, the egg rolls weren't really that stuffed. You know, the pork wasn't really that good in my opinion. But the orange chicken, superb. See, that's the pork fried rice. But the orange chicken, man, I'm telling you, superb. You guys, my husband and I, you know we have a problem with, like, acquiring too many chickens and ducks. When there was one time when our friend was going to give us, like, a duck to rehabilitate, and he goes, hey, meet me at the Holy Grail. And both of us went to Tractor Supply because we thought he meant Tractor Supply. But there was actually a bar called the Holy Grail, so. Okay, now that I outed my birth name, Megan, I can tell this story. Well, it's ongoing. It's an ongoing saga, right? So anyways, my kid, naturally, he's getting older. He's a little curious about my transition. I mean, if you had a mom that was big, bald, covered in scratcher tats, you'd be a little bit curious too. And I know there's gonna be people that just because I have basic conversations with my kid, that must mean I'm, like, grooming them, you know what I mean, just because I'm trans. Listen, your lack of ability to communicate with your children isn't my fucking problem. So anyways, my kid's curious, and mainly because he overheard that my name used to be Megan. Except I guess he misheard because he keeps asking me questions about when I was Majel. He even wrote me one of those, like, acrostic poems. I'll show ya. Man attacks, goes ending late. And I keep telling him, I'm like, my name wasn't Majel. Like, I was never Majel. And he'll just ask me questions like, did you have long hair when you were Majel? You know, was I born when you were Majel? He's just basic questions like that. And he deserves to know. Fuck you if you don't like it. But every time he asks us, I'm like, dude, my name wasn't Majel. It was Megan. Until finally today he says, hey, when you were Majel, were you fat or skinny? And I was like, my name was never, you know what? When I was Majel, I was skinny. I've reserved that, my previous fate, I was Majel. Yep. That was me. Majel. Holler. Hi, thank you for your question. So first, let me show pictures from the time I'm referring to, because a lot of people see me now and they're kind of like, what, when I talk about this stuff? And as a trigger warning, obviously I will be speaking about some very sensitive topics, so viewer beware. So I mainly was in recovery for an eating disorder, but it was a recovery program that literally incorporated, like, every aspect of recovery, like mental health in general, substance abuse, pretty much just everything. It was an outpatient program, and it took me a long time to complete it. I literally was in and out of the program, probably, gosh, I honestly want to say, because I had my son in 2013, I would say almost 10 years, not quite. Ironically, when I started transitioning, that's when I finally completed it. But I got sober before I completed my recovery program. I would not say my main problem was, like, drugs or alcohol at all. Which is why, like, on here, you typically don't hear me, like, calling myself an addict. If something was available at the time, I would definitely take heed of it. But becoming sober was a very easy decision for me. It wasn't something I super struggled with. Mental health, though. Honestly, the reason I became sober is because when my son was 6 months old, I left his father, who was an addict. And honestly, if addiction was my son's father's only issue, I would have really pushed for him to be involved in my son's life to some extent. I wouldn't have had to push, honestly, because he always wanted to be involved. And he was involved for a very long time. But unfortunately, he had other issues that were very, very dangerous. There was a very turmoilous, I don't know if that's how you say it, court battle. It was very bad. He was very combative, and I wanted to make sure that I was clean at all times in case I had to pass a drug test. It was a very heavy case because he had, pled guilty to assaulting me, and there literally were so many restraining orders that the state was going to take over. I was facing, like, psych evals. He had to take psych evals. We were both facing drug testing, so I wanted to make sure that no matter what, there wouldn't be a reason for my son to be taken from me. When my son was 7, which was just 2 years ago, his dad died of an OD. And it's very sad because, I was with my son's father before I really took recovery seriously and everything. My mental health was not good when I was with him. I was not sober when I was with him. But you know how everybody always says, like, nobody's gonna change if it's not for themselves? I agree with that to an extent. I wanted to change not only for myself, but for my child. And he's a part of me. My son's father always wanted to change for me. Or that's what he would say. So I don't think he really was serious about changing. When I say recovery, I mean everything. People on here are like, how do you have no shame? How are you so vulnerable? You don't care what people think. You have no fucking idea what a stupid kid I was. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of potential. I still feel like I do. I'm really proud of myself. But let me reiterate. You have no idea what a stupid fucking kid I was. One time when I was 12 years old, I decided I wanted a tan. It's not attainable anyways, by the way. Do not try what I'm about to say. If you have brain cells, you'll know this doesn't work. I literally tried to catch some UVs by hanging around my electric stove top. When I was a kid, I used to love picking stuff. I still do. And one time I had a babysitter who got poison ivy. I seen those blisters and I wanted that shit. I wanted to pick it. So what did I do? During her shift of babysitting me, it was my goal to obtain poison ivy. I put my feet in her shoes. I touched everything she touched. I rubbed against anything I saw her come into contact with. Unfortunately, I guess I'm immune to poison ivy. I've never gotten it in my entire life, no matter how hard I've tried. My friends all knew growing up that I was super gullible. So one time in like middle school, okay, my friend, she decides she's gonna have a little fun. Her dad's friend was coming over and she's like, hey, the dude that's about to come over, like, he's a good guy and all, but like, he tends to get really excited. I'm like, what do you mean he gets really excited? She's like, well, he'll be talking and he'll get happy and he'll just start like jumping around like crazy with glee. He must have thought I had something fucking wrong with me, cause the entire time he was there, this is me. I was just waiting for it. Another time when I was in middle school, okay, my friend, she was a little older than me, and she was trying to get attention from a guy who just broke up with her. And God bless, I know this was an awful thing to do. I honestly did way worse growing up. But albeit I shouldn't have done it. She says, hey, I need you to call him and tell him I'm in the hospital so he worries about me. I'm like, you don't worry, I got this. I calls him, right? I say, hey, I got some bad news. So-and-so is in the hospital. He's like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, I don't know, but it's real bad. He's like, she's in the hospital and it's real bad, but you don't know what it is? I said, yup, we don't know what it is, but it's bad. So yeah, I don't got no shame. I mean, literally fucking nothing could embarrass me pretty much. Alright, you guys, I am going to be making a dish that my friend Rachel taught me probably, God, like, over 10 years ago. So I'm excited to share it with you. It's very easy. It's like an easy chicken parmesan. You probably do already know about it, and I was just like one of the last to know, but here we go. So I have the oven preheating to 400, and I just got 3 of these patties left that I'm going to use. You don't really need a lot. Sometimes I do it with the chicken tenders, but just today I'm using what I have, which is the patties. And I'm also going to be using mozzarella and Parmesan cheese, but I won't put it on until like the last 3 to 5 minutes. Normally I wouldn't use mozzarella, but I feel like the powdered Parmesan cheese just won't give it enough oomph, you know what I mean? So, also I wanted to show you, I got this sauce, it's Victoria. I might say it wrong. Fradiavello, I don't know, sauce. It just looks so good. It says imported olive oil, fresh garlic, basil, and onion, crushed red pepper, and sea salt. That sounds so good. So I will definitely taste them on camera, let you know how it is. So that is in, and I'm gonna wait for this water to boil. So you guys, I have to get rid of this chickpea pasta, and my mom taught me that, because I wouldn't eat this alone, to combine the two, like she does it with whole wheat and regular pasta. So I'm going to use this regular ziti and then this chickpea pasta, so it kind of cuts it and it's not too rough. Alright, so it's been probably, I'd say 17 minutes. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start with Parmesan. Listen, this is, it's just normal life. He's upset because he can't have his tablet. So, we got some Parmesan. And what I wanted to do is, form, a nice crust skirt. Good band name. Alright, so there's that. And then, excuse me, sir. No electronics. You have the TV. That is an electronic. Alright, so, now I got some mozzarella. That's the fucking dryer, okay? Anyways, you can't even see this. There you go. Okay, now some mozzarella, right? Then we're going to put on that beautiful sauce, the Victoria. And then I'm going to put another layer of Parmesan and mozzarella, and we're going to put it back in for about 5 to 7 minutes, probably only 5. You guys, I'm actually going to put a, he can have Oreo cake in a little bit. But I am actually putting some more sauce on. Alright. Now it's going in the oven. You guys, look at this. It looks freaking fantastic. I specifically wanted to taste the chickpea pasta. That's good. Not bad at all. Alright, you guys, so I had to send my husband out before breakfast. Well, it's really noon. I slept in, but it's past noon. But I needed some eggs. Yeah, my chickens still aren't laying. I know. Eggshells, oyster shells, goat feed, everything. They're not laying. So, anyways, I decided I was going to try a new coffee flavor. So, that one's mine. Okay, so he got a medium iced coffee. It says 3 blueberry shots, 5 sugars, 5 cream. He always gets 5 and 5. So I got a medium iced coffee with 3 caramel swirl shots, 3 blueberry shots, and regular cream and sugar. So I'm going to try this. I've never had caramel and blueberry, well, in coffee at least. So I'm excited to try it. They made it really nice, you can tell. That's good, but the caramel, it doesn't even taste like caramel. It tastes like blueberry, but I know because I've had a lot of blueberry coffees from Dunkin', and it's a very subtle flavor because it's unsweetened. This makes it taste much more like blueberry. To me, this is just like a blueberry coffee, but it's very intense flavor. It's way better. My husband would love this. I'll have to have him try it. Alright, he's coming. Try this. Tell me this doesn't taste more blueberry than a blueberry coffee without caramel. This is good. It tastes like wicked blueberry. It's great. My husband says that he can taste the caramel. This is his. It's just blueberry 5 and 5, like I said, so. This is yours? That's really good, actually. I changed my mind. This is good. Did they, up their blueberry recipe? Maybe it's not the caramel.
It's the 5 and 5.
No, I don't like that much cream and sugar. That's not the 5 and 5. That's really blueberry. I feel like they changed their...
But also, I think they gave me more shots, didn't they? No, it's your
no.
shot.
I don't know. Maybe they've enhanced their blueberry recipe. I swear it tastes different. I have OCD. I'm always nervous when I say I swear. I can't say I swear. I really think it's different. Okay. Alright, you guys, we are at Walmart. There's my husband. I needed a phone case, but they did not have any affordable ones, to be honest, and I ain't calling someone over just to unlock it. I can't. It's a phone case. Okay. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to use stickers. Or I think it was my husband's suggestion. Look at, he's carrying a light bulb we have to match and bring home. Alright, so these are for my husband, but look. These ones are $10 more. The only difference is the one I have in my hand is probably a Christmas special. That's crazy. Okay, so he's so sweet. He's like literally looking up on his phone for stickers, and oh, I got a hug. So I decided on these letter ones, and I think it came out pretty good. Look at that. I love it. Alright, you guys, I wanted to show you what I'm having for dessert. So it is a parfait cup strawberry, but really it's like a strawberry shortcake. See? I chilled it in the fridge for a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. It's strawberry, right? Yeah, that's strawberry. I'll cheers you with this end. Oh no, that seemed violating. Very good. I like it. My kid is having Valentine's Day cupcakes, so I will see you later. Listen, God forgive me, but I really gotta start being careful with how I say shit. Because this has happened more than once. Somebody will ask about my kid's dad, and I'll say, oh no, he's no longer with us anymore. And since my kid is so young, they just assume that, oh, we went our separate ways and he's an absent father. And they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'll be like, you know what, it was a really unhealthy, toxic situation. Like, honestly, we're probably safer. And then they'll say something like, yeah, you know, sometimes it's best if we just go our separate ways and let go and move on. And then I'll be like, oh, no, he's dead. And this is their face. And then I gotta be like, oh, no, I didn't him, you know what I mean? No, it wasn't me. They literally think I murked his ass. I gotta be careful of what I say leading up to that part. I'm just trying to be respectful and not just like put it all out on the table, but maybe that's not a good idea. Guys, my mom loves Dawn dish soap, and Eli found these Dawn antibacterial, and I was like, oh my god, my mom's gonna lose her shit, but they're $25
Oh, because they cut through grease.
I don't give a shit. $25? That's ridiculous.
That's not cool.
No, I don't care if they cut through the damn universe. $25 is too much.
Yeah, just throw some dish soap on some sponge, does the same thing.
Guys, this makes no sense, because here they have the Dawn antibacterials for $5.94, so 3 times 6 is 18. Why are they 25 in the big one? I don't get it. Never mind, the app was wrong. They're $16.44, but still.
Do we got it?
Yes.
Do we got it?
If you're asking yourself, did MJ's kids sleep through the night tonight? No. 2:30. At least we got 2 extra hours, but 2 freaking 30. And today he has no school. We have to do a distance learning day, okay? Which I really love his school and everything, but I feel like every other day is like a professional day, or they can't go to school. Like something's going on every single day. And I gotta tell you, I'm not like super looking forward to this virtual learning day. Last time we had a virtual learning situation going on, I accidentally dropped an F-bomb in front of an entire group of like 7-year-olds because I didn't know how to mute the computer. I've evolved though, you know, telehealth has evolved me, so now I think I got it. Then I said to my kid, I'm like, we're gonna go inside, you can watch Mickey Mouse for a little while, and then we're gonna do virtual learning. He said, don't waste your breath. So I don't know, maybe that's an indicator of how it's gonna go. Listen, I did so good at not getting fast food for so long, except for like occasionally I get like Panera or of course Dunkin'. I don't count Dunkin' in fast food. But man, I just can't. I can't make homemade breakfasts when I'm this freaking tired. I just can't. I'm gonna make him an appointment with his doctor today, you know, to see what they suggest. He does have sleep apnea, so I don't know if maybe that's a contributor. He's been to sleep specialists, have had a sleep study done, everything. Everybody asks about melatonin. Melatonin is great, in my opinion, for getting him to sleep. Staying asleep, no. But yeah, so I'm really nervous, though. I'm nervous to bring him to the doctor because I'm afraid they're gonna suggest a bunch of medications, and I really wanted to stay away from that as long as possible. But I mean, this is not a high quality of life, not getting sleep for anybody, him and us. So I am out of options. I have got to contact his doctor today, set something up. So yeah, wish us luck, and especially with the virtual learning, because that's always a trip. Hope you're having a good day. Let me tell you something, okay? So I always talk about how my kid, he, like, doesn't sleep. And listen, I know when I say that, people are like, try this, try that, try this, try that. With all due respect, my kid is over 9 years old. I've been doing this for almost a decade. He's never slept. Don't you think we've tried everything? Been to every specialist. We've done it all. Well, usually my kid, at least, like, 3 times a week, he'd be up, like, 2 to 3 a.m. He might go back to sleep, might not, probably not, you know what I mean? But lately, it's midnight. He's getting up at midnight. And I'm like, what changed? You know what I mean? And I'm not positive, but I think I caught it, okay? Because last night, I caught my dog standing in front of my son's room, whining, like crying, okay? And it was midnight. So then my son gets up because he's woken up by her crying outside his door, obviously. And he goes to sleep on the couch. He did fall back asleep for, like, very small period of time. And my dog, like, basically, like, sat right on top. It's a little couch. But she, like, cuddled right up next to him and went to sleep, too. So I think that she might be crying outside his door just so he gets out and sleeps with her on the couch. We can't let her in there because, honestly, she's a great dog, and during the day, she's great at everything, but at night, she has accidents, so that's why we can't let her in there. Yeah, I think that might be the culprit. We're gonna implement, like, a stricter schedule, routine system, yada, 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 but we've done that a million times because you've seen us do it, and it doesn't always work. But we're going to try, and I'm going to try to reason with him. I've spoken to my husband. We came to a common ground that, like, we're going to set times for him to be on the computer so that he's able to code and engage in his hobby, but not right before bed, because obviously that's not good. They've done studies. It's not good, and it's very hard to get him to go to bed when he's on an electronic, so I think that'll help too. But anyways, I didn't even get to the best part yet. So, I'm exhausted. I mean, I've been up since midnight. I'm fucking, I can't even talk. I'm fucking exhausted, you know what I mean? This isn't a cry for help. This is just my fucking life. My husband and I go through this every single day. Like, we take shifts. Our kid just doesn't sleep, okay? But anyways, so I'm exhausted, and I'm like, well, thank God for school, the best respite, like, honestly, the social aspect was a big part of why we stopped homeschooling, but I'm not gonna lie, the respite part was too. Oh my God. So, he's at school. I'm like, okay, I can sleep for a couple hours. I start to go to sleep, and ring, ring. We have no water at the school. You gotta come get him. Of course. But I'm trying to look at the positive side of things, because now I'm gonna go get him. We're gonna go get some lunch, probably just McDonald's, and I'll go visit my husband. And I wasn't gonna be able to visit my husband before because I was gonna sleep through it. So maybe my husband really needed a friend or two, because there's gonna be 2 of us. I don't know, positive side of things. Listen, to whoever made this sauce, Victoria, maybe your name's Victoria, but probably not. Oh my God, so obviously a lot of you know my son's autistic. He has a lot of food aversions. Well, tonight I made him pizza. We made chicken parm, but I made him pizza because he never eats, like, pasta and spaghetti sauce or anything like that when I make it. He ate so much of the pasta off my mom's plate, and I just caught him. He's taking the pasta and dipping it in this sauce. He loves this sauce, and we all loved it too, but something about this sauce, man. This is, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. Fradiavolo sauce. It is olive oil, fresh garlic, basil, and onions, crushed red pepper, and sea salt. I told my mom, I'm like, I gotta do a thank you video to this brand, because, like, my kid, he's never eaten spaghetti sauce that I remember. And this is the first time. Wow. Definitely buying this again. Oh my.
Schnozzles in my nose.
No, it looks so pretty with the snow in the background. But this has voice, so they will hear you say schnozzles.
Oh. Well, I get a lot of my vocabulary from Willy Wonka.
Does he say? No, that's schnozberries. You guys, so when our dog gets groomed, her tail is done like beautifully. It's cut beautifully, and I always joke and call it like a Brazilian blowout. You know that girls get in their hair or whatever to like straighten it and stuff. And my husband back here, okay. Earlier he goes, maybe I shouldn't tell people that she gets a Brazilian butt blowout. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, a butt blowout? And he's like, I don't know if maybe that's not right to say in public. And I'm like, it's a Brazilian blowout. He's been going around at work telling people that his dog gets a Brazilian butt blowout. Okay, it would be Christmas again, maybe. Let's start with Christmas, I guess.
And then...
after Christmas is New Year's. Oh, yeah, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's.
And then...
Yeah, I forgot Thanksgiving. Then it would be... Valentine's Day.
And then...
After Valentine's Day, maybe Easter. April Fool's Day. And then maybe, like, 4th of July. My birthday. And then, I don't know all the holidays. So the other day, my kid busts in on me mid-shit. Normal occurrence, honestly. He's like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm going to the bathroom. So then he starts insisting that he wants one of them, like, little potties. Like, I'm not buying a little fucking potty. And I don't got the funds to build a whole new bathroom, my dude. So today we go to Walmart, right? Now, if you didn't know, my son, he's autistic, and sometimes he words things as if he's on Jeopardy. For instance, if he wants a drink, he will say, do you need a drink, please? Everything is phrased as a question. So we're at Walmart, and he throws one of those little potties into the cart. I'm like, no, we're not getting this. We do not need this. No need for it. And he is like when he has his mind set on something, he is like obsessed with it. He gets that from me, you know what I mean? He's very determined. And as we're walking, I got distracted by this new Snickers seasoning they have. They have Snickers seasoning. So my husband's the one who's holding my son's hand, right? And so apparently this guy walks past, this older guy, okay? And my son, what he meant to say to this guy is like, I need a potty. Like he wanted to buy that potty. But since he words things like Jeopardy, he went up to the guy and said, very intently, mind you, do you need a potty? As if like he was trying to sell him a little potty or asking him if he needed to go. So, yep, trip to Walmart. Alright, you guys, welcome to breakfast. So, I don't really know what I'm making. Oh, where's the bagels? Okay. Something with a bagel, egg, bacon. Oh, I could make a sandwich. That's what I'll make, a breakfast sandwich. And all this cool cheese, right? So, we got Colby, cheddar jack, white sharp cheddar, and Munster to choose from. So, that'll be good. And see here, oh, I bought this iced coffee. I'm like, oh my god, because it's the caramel kind and it looks so good. I'm not gonna fucking drink it. Why'd I do that? I looked at that and I was pissed this morning. I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? I want my regular coffee. I want Dunkin'. I don't want an excuse to drink coffee at home. I have the excuse that, like, it's so fucking expensive that I should have it at home. That doesn't stop me. Why should this? My husband will drink it. You guys, my kid, he slept through the night all night. Well, he got up one time, but then he just went on the couch and went back to bed. Amazing. I am so thankful, seriously. They put him on medication, which I've been very nervous about. I won't say the medication because, I did want to talk about it because I was literally losing my marbles with no sleep, so I had to talk about it. But I feel like, that's his life, so I don't want to give out too much information. But they put him on a medication. It's been used for a long time. It's very safe, and it's working. He slept through the night, and I am just so happy. And I asked him today, I'm like, how do you feel? And he said happy, and that made me so happy because I could tell it was really affecting him and his quality of life in general, obviously. Alright, now I'm just gonna throw 2 eggs in here. It should be heated up a little bit. I guess not. It's fine. You know what? He slept through the night. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Alright, you guys, I think I'm gonna use Colby and cheddar jack. So I'm gonna split this in half and just like kinda... Oh shit, I didn't break the yolk yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Where do all my spatulas go? Where do they go? I have like 97.5. Where did they go? And I'm serious about the 0.5. I gotta have one. Alright, I'm just, doing this thing with the yolk. And then I'm gonna put the cheese on. Just open the fridge. Cup. Water. Thank you. You guys, I'm using this Black Label microwave ready chicken, which I've never used before. Look at the pieces compared to most microwave bacon. That's awesome. You guys, look at my beautiful toaster. No, this is a microwave, sorry. I honestly didn't read the instructions. Look at that. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna have to, like, wrap these up because we do not have a lot of time. I'm gonna put ketchup on mine because, like I said, I love ketchup on bacon, even though I think it should be illegal on most things. So I hope you're having a great morning.